Sounds right. No metronome, perfect. Oh, where do you want to sit? Oh yeah, I'm by myself. Not your average podcast. This is recorded in Luma, the first one, so I remember what I said to you last time, kind of. I'm really just, like I said, breath work. I live in Colorado. We have access to certain things out here, and I try and be responsible about those things, and I try to treat them with care, with thought, and with attention. Careful attention. I'm reading some books about, feel that, yeah, just I could. That's how you know it's real. Stumbled over a couple of words, made no sense. Just feeling it out, and it's loud. Ooh, maybe we turn that guy off. No, maybe we need it. I don't know. So software, I have. I'm gonna basically sum up the last podcast as creativity, stream of consciousness. I really can't put it any other way. There's that, but there's also sales, there's business, finance, there's hiking. I had some buzzwords, and I'll get those because what I'm about to do now in real time. So today, this is Saturday the 18th, so this is the next day. And I've been thinking to myself today, this has been the best day of my life. Not yesterday, not the recording day of the podcast, the day after, where it was wow. Just wow. What this thing does, this thing called the now. So I'm trying to be humble in these podcasts, obviously. I'm trying to tell a story, trying to convey ideas. I don't like the word try. I have water, right? Please tell me. I must be sick. Don't have water. I need it because, dude, I just had that Fiji water. This always happens. Alright. I have to find water. Give me 1 second. Podcast number 2. Next day, there's the Fiji water. Remy, out. Dad's doing, we gonna do the podcast too, Remy? Alright, come on. Remy, come. We got Fiji water. Come on. It's actually tap water. But I'll go to the store and buy 1 Fiji water and then refill it with tap. Remy, come on. So I have a cat. His name's Remy. I love him so much. I love him dearly. It is shocking how much I love him. I don't understand it. Remy, we're going to change the sound in here. Big door shut. Window closed. Lady outside. I think she saw me. All right. In the stew we go. I still want to keep it no video. I like that there's some mysticism still in the ambiance. I actually do. But yeah, podcast. I mean, today, I've just characterized today as the best day of my life. And just like the last podcast, literally identical, not identical. Boom, bad word. Get that out of your vocab. That's a sales thing. There's certain words, anyone that's in sales, that does door-to-door or works direct, there's certain words you just don't say. Don't say them. Get them out of your brain. It's like saying, I'm trying to do this. You're not. But yeah, my podcast topics, I talked about niching down. Do you guys want me to do to pick a niche? I mean, I'm assuming at some point I'm going to cover a breadth, a myriad of topics, a myriad of concepts, and I'm going to be pinning them to other ideas as I keep going. This is thinking. So I talked about the people that inspire me. I mean, you can't podcast without being inspired by somebody. So maybe before I do that, I think it's important I talk about who I am. Who are you, dude? Like, I've never done podcasts, but I've been making music. I've been doing audio stuff. I've been doodling around on an iPad, making a half song with a few friends in a apartment, balcony, door, closet, something like that. I'm inspired. I think, I feel like I'm pretty happy right now, and happiness is not to be rushed. It's not to be wished away. Like, true happiness is meant to be felt really, really deeply. And these are the things that I am thinking about every single day. I like calling it a stream of consciousness because this is what it is. It's a stream of consciousness. When I made the first podcast, besides the first half second of like the audio's too loud, besides that little like put in there, that little addition, that little edit, that little thing that I tweaked to the WAV file in Logic Pro X, that was one take. There was no pauses. There was no cutting, copying, editing. There was no turning things down, turning things up. It was just me. And so that's where I was like, well, I should give some more context this time, because the last podcast, I kind of kept it a little exploratory, and you kind of have to. The first one you have to. And I was dead serious about not pre-planning that. 2 days ago, today's Saturday, on Thursday, I did not wake up and go, tomorrow I'm doing a podcast. Tomorrow I'm just going to make one. But it was a natural bridge from making music in my closet by myself. And then I started thinking about all the things I know and all the things that I've been through, all the things that I've experienced, like, this now feeling, like, give me the keys. Dude, AZ, give me the keys. I'm going to the car, man. I got to get out of here. What should we do with them? What do we do with them? I'm not giving you the keys, bro. I'm not giving you the keys. Mark Rebier. Guy's name is impossible to say. Who named him? But I went to his concert at Red Rocks, and it was so much. I saw this man named Harry Mack. He's huge. I have photo evidence that I was in Red Rocks. I'm there with my best friends, Isaiah and Aaron. They were there. They know about Gimme The Keys. We're there. And the first guy was doing what he was there to do. The first guy came out, started playing some music, was like just bopping to the hi-hat. It was really like, oh, I could do this. And then he had those that little foam thing that you like vocalize into and play a keyboard. It's like brr, it's like crazy tone. It wasn't good. I'll say it. Next guy comes out. So I just found out about Harry Mack like less than a month ago. I didn't know who he was. And I'm sitting there in Red Rocks. I'm like, okay, Harry Mack. I know he raps. I know he's got bars. I'm thinking he's going to come out from behind the stage. Some smoke's going to go up in the air. He's going to come off from the side curtain. Just kind of a Slim Shady-esque, just, I rhyme all the time. Like, I just thought he was going to come with some songs at Red Rocks. And so I'm sitting there, I'm standing, and you're standing at some point. There's a weird line when you're at a festival, when you're all sitting, and there's a moment where it's like, are we committing to standing up? Are we actually hyped now? And that line was kind of hard to find at Red Rocks, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it was just weird. It was cloudy, it was kind of rainy, and give me the keys, dude. Like, just give me the freaking keys, bro. I'm going home. But dude, we're at Red Rocks, about to see Mark Rebier. Don't leave. And then comedy. I've been thinking about comedy. I love comedy. Like, I've been liking comedy longer than I realize. That's a stupid thing to say, but it's like a stream. Like, if you're just pissing, eventually the stream runs out, dude. That's kind of the stream of consciousness. And I'm trying really hard not to. I disclaimed the last podcast with saying I disclaimed the last podcast by saying, idea, too much pressure on an idea squashes it. This is also experimental. If you haven't caught on to it at this point, if I gotta spell it out for you, experimental. I've been making experimental music. I'm making experimental podcast. This is all a little experiment, everyone. Like, that's all it is. But there's a lot of deep-rooted life lessons inside of what I'm saying. They're there. I hear them. I hear them in the headphones. I'm like, I've been standing in a storm for so long, just headphones in, just Kansas, like Wizard of Oz, just like I've been standing in the middle of the States, just in my headphones, just fighting through all the life challenges. I'm thinking about Kanye. I'm inspired by Kanye West, of course. I'm inspired by other podcasters. I talked about Theo Vaughn, Sam Sulek. Sam Sulek's the latest one. I didn't know about this guy. Gosh, I found out about him like 3 months ago. Found his little YouTube where he does, what's he do? He literally turns the camera on himself, goes and does what he does every day, and he just films it, he records it. And I'm like, that's pretty interesting. That's interesting. Why am I interested in that? I think about comedians. So I said I love comedy. Laughing is a really good thing. I learned that in sales. If you can learn how to be funny, if you can learn how to listen, if you can learn how to ask the right questions, if you can learn how to have a internal dialogue that's so strong that you could podcast by yourself in a stream of consciousness, do it. Do that. I've been thinking about inspiration. These buzzwords of podcasting come to mind. I'm thinking about the big ones that stand out is music. I have a background in music. I'm thinking about entrepreneurship. I have a degree in the spirit of entrepreneurship. I don't have a degree in entrepreneur. I have a degree in the spirit of entrepreneurship. What is that? You went to school for what? William Montgomery, Kill Tony. I've seen funny. I know funny. I know tonality. I know I'm in sales. I know audio. I can make a song. I have tools. I have technology. I have time. I have right now. And I don't want to be, I'm not saying I'm a spiritual guru. I mean, Theo Vaughn, you could ask him, like, he doesn't know what I'm talking about. He doesn't get it. He might, though. I'm a big fan of him. But there's other people, and then the other nugget was this thing about now and time. There might be a time when doing a podcast by yourself and having control over what you say, there might be a day in the not so far away future where we can't do this anymore. Where for some reason, some technological barrier, some control of data, some sort of break on the server or whatever. So I feel like it's important I do this podcast now. I mean, when else am I going to do it? I'm 27. I want to create more context for who I am. That's inevitable. If I'm going to talk for the rest of my life, I have to start identifying who I am. Not identifying. That's another one of those words. I talk about those words a lot. I love to read. I've been reading so much this year that the ideas are just pouring out of my eyes at this point. And I'm here to take it in. I'm here to take it in with you guys. Like, the beauty of this, oh my gosh, I'm going to do a vlog. I'm going to drive from Colorado to Kentucky. This idea is coming out for the first time, as you can tell by my thinking and stumbling over my communicating to the world my own thinking. Podcasts. Let's talk about it on the podcast. I just have so many ideas at this point. I live in Colorado. I'm blessed. I love where I live. I've had a lot of really good friends come out and visit since I've lived here. People I love, people that I'll know forever, people that will be family for the rest of my life, people that I am getting better at being with and being close to and being with. And this has just been the best week of my life. Like, and I haven't even gotten into like what happened today. That's the crazy thing. So 15 minutes in, we'll put a 15-minute stop timestamp. And we'll be back with the rest of episode 2. Stay tuned. Yeah, now I'm just thinking. I'm just kind of getting my breath back. There's no cuts. Like, we're just doing this. But all these ideas, well, I'm actually not going to say anything at this point. Sam Solik, he'd just be like, all right, I'm just going to stand here. And that's exactly what we're doing. Just getting a couple breaths, stretching out the old lumbar system. Ooh, I wonder if that picked it up. That was my ass bone cracking. I've been doing a lot of deadlifts, weightlifting, disc golf. I'm into so many things. I have to be good at so many things. Thinking is one of those things. I don't know why, but my whole life I felt like it's really important that I'm able to think across larger time scales, plan out into the future at a more cognitive, efficient rate. Those are words. Those are like smart people words. But my podcast, like, I want it to be something real too. And that's really what I want to get to. It's like this. I listen to Jordan Peterson the most. Like, his ideas changed my life 5 years ago. Hands down. Hands up, rather. Hands up. Praise God. And there's just so many things that I've already experienced and done in my life, in my adulthood. So many lessons, so many people that have touched me dearly. Say that to yourself in a room. Touch me dearly. You can't do a podcast if you can't. Like, you have to be able to be real. Well, I talked about my heart. That's real. Just think about that concept. We will like make fun of people in class that are like, or social sexism. You guys know what I'm talking about. We call a boy, a girl, a girl. We shouldn't do that, apparently. Yeah, I'm going to lose that idea because I don't know where I was going with that. I don't like politics. Bad at politics. Don't ask me any questions about that. The other thing is just like interaction with people. Communication. These things are so important. Communication, like the most direct cause in my life that I can see where communication is just everything that you'll ever need to know, that you'll ever need to do. It's going from working in accounting to being in direct sales door to door. Most of my network, most of the people I love, most of my best friends, they're people that I've sold door to door with. Like, my life has improved just dramatically since getting out of, I went to college, I graduated with 2 degrees, one in accounting, one in what I call the spirit of entrepreneurship. Graduated college in 2019, right before the pandemic. Oh, pandemic hit 2020, I haven't even talked about 2020. This is a podcast, and I'm going to be doing them from here on out. So eventually I'll take your guys' questions. Right now I just don't care. I got to get out like at least more of what I've already been replaying in my mind. So with that, we'll wrap this up. Fiji water out.